don't wait for the moment ki the perfect time will come, then I'll explain one thing. There is no perfect time to start. You need to cover in the whole year just to get the very good marks. That's the one thing. And second thing is, you also have to learn the concepts. Neglecting regular revisions, this we have to avoid. This we need not to do. On the daily basis, when you are, learning the new things, or when you are studying on your study table, then what you have to do, you can follow the 55 and 5. Attention, attention, attention. Hello dear students, you have to pay attention here in this video. Okay, so here I have come up with the top 10 mistakes to avoid before entering class 10th. So if you are entering the class 10th, if you have given the exams for class 9th, and even if your result is awaited, I am here to explain you what you should avoid before entering the class 10th. Okay, so we'll have a very short and crisp discussion regarding this. I hope it will help you. Okay, so here I am having these 2 points. Okay, so first is to procrastination. Okay, so delay the start of your study session can lead to unnecessary stress and inadequate preparation. Just remember one thing, don't think that, sir, I have just given the exam and my results are awaited. I am going to have a discussion on this class 10th regarding all the things when the classes will be started, right? So don't think this thing. Okay, and don't wait for the moment ki the perfect time will come, then I'll explain one thing. There is no perfect time to start. Okay, if you want to start, if you want to do something, just start there only. Okay, so first thing is, delaying the start of your study session can lead to the unnecessary stress. You know what happens when you'll wait for some time, I am waiting for some time and after some time I'll start studying, or if you are waiting for the last minute thing, when there will be exam, then I'll start, when the chapter will start in coaching or school anywhere, then I'll start, then please avoid this thing. Okay, then second thing which you need to focus is ignoring the syllabus and exam pattern. See, one thing, 10th class is your board exam, right? So if in board exam, you must know, you have to be very thorough in the understanding of the syllabus and exam pattern. Okay, so suppose I teach physics, so I'll talk about physics here. In class 10th, you are having 4 chapters. You must know all those 4 chapters, and as a result, what will happen, that will be in your mind always. Okay, so whenever you are studying, you will focus on all these things. You have to be very thorough with the syllabus. Why I am saying this? Because what will happen, you will not go out of the track. Okay, suppose you are having the light chapter, the first chapter in class 10th is light. So when you are going to study the light, when you will be very thorough with the syllabus, what all things are completed, what all things are covered in the light chapter, then you will be able to understand and read it in a proper way or learn it in a proper way. Okay, so not thoroughly understanding the syllabus and exam structure can result in missed topic. As I told you, you have to be very thorough with the syllabus. You have to avoid this thing that, okay, I'll see later what is the syllabus and what is that thing. In that thing, what will happen, you will miss the important topics, unexpected question formats and all these things. So you have to be very aware about the situation in the exam, as well as what you need to cover in the whole year just to get the very good marks. That's the one thing. And second thing is, you also have to learn the concepts, okay, so that you can use in the higher classes. So first thing we have discussed this, and second thing is ignoring the syllabus and exam pattern. These things you have to avoid. Now coming to the third thing is overloading with too many resources. This is the mistake, this is the very common mistake which are students are doing this mistake. This is the very common mistake which a student undergoes. Okay, the reason being, when the student comes to new class, when he knows about the syllabus, this is the syllabus and that is the syllabus, so in the purview of competing with others, Okay, he or she used to do the excessive reference books or study material. Okay, so you have to avoid these things. Remember one thing. This is the core thing which I am telling you. You have to use the limited resources. Okay, limited resources, limited resources, but multiple revisions. Okay, so you have to use limited resources, but you have to do the multiple revisions. Okay, avoid using reference books of different author and different publication and all these things. Avoid using study materials, so many study materials. Okay, you just have to stick to one or two study material. Your sources, your sources of any topic, any chapter, any subject should be very small. Okay, resources should be small, but revision should be large. Okay, so you just have to do limited resources and multiple revision. Always remember this technique. This is not only for the class 10, this is for the your whole study. Okay, so just remember this point. Okay, now coming is cramming at the last minute. What is the meaning? Attempting to memorize large volume of information shortly before the exam can lead you to a poor performance. Okay, poor retention and increase anxiety. I have seen so many students, they just try to mug up, memorize all the things which are they are in the syllabus, and they have used the multiple resources, so the pool of information is very large. Now it will be very difficult for you to memorize all these things and retain all these things. Ultimately it will lead to the increased anxiety at the last minute when you will try to do all these things. I am having so much to read, I am having so much to learn, I need to solve the numericals, I need to do this, I need to practice the ray diagram, I need to do numericals from the electricity chapter. Whatever things are there, you have to prepare beforehand. Okay, so start from the scratch basically. Okay, so when the session is started, just start from that point only. Just don't think that at the last minute, when there will be any unit test, when there will be pre-boards, when there will be boards, so I'll do it, because the syllabus is not that much large. Okay, so please avoid this mistake. We have to avoid this mistake for the cramming at the last minute. Now here, neglecting regular revisions. This is also very important to understand. Skipping consistent revision, as I already told you here, multiple revisions, limited resources and multiple revisions. This you have to focus on. Skipping consistent revision sessions can lead to forgetting previously studied material and lower overall retention. This is very true. This is very true. What will happen in this case? Suppose you have learned well the chapter light, then the next chapter, let's suppose you are understanding the electricity. If you are not revising the light chapter, then you will not be able to understand the chapters which are related to the light, because whatever concept is used there in the light, it is possible that all those concepts will be used in the next chapter, like human eye. Okay, at the same time, what happens, suppose you have started some new chapter, let's say magnetic effect, let's say electricity chapter. So what you do is you just start focusing on that chapter only. That is very true, you have to focus on that chapter, that is very true, but at the same time you have to revise whatever you have learned in the last sessions. Okay, whatever you have learned previously, what are the previous chapters, do that thing also. The thing is, what you can do is, I am suggesting you to do this thing. This will really help you to understand. Suppose on the day 1, 2, 3 and 4, let's suppose these are the 4 days. Now whatever you are understanding here, whatever you are learning on the first day and then on the second day, suppose you have learnt L1 here, it is L2, here L3 you have learned, here L4. Okay, these are the lessons or the lectures or the whatever you want to say, topics you have learned on these days. Now the twist is what you have to do when you are learning this chapter or this lecture or this topic. What you have to do, you have to revise L1. So you will just revise the L1. Okay, whatever you have learnt in the day 1, you have to revise here. Now when you will reach here, then you have to revise L1 and L2 as well. Then when you will reach here, you have to revise L1, L2, L3 like this, and this thing will go on. Okay, ultimately what you have to do, when there will be 6 days completed, on the 7th day you need not to learn something new. Okay, on the 7th day what will happen, you have to learn, you have to revise all the things which you have studied or which you have revised already in 6 days. This you have to do. Okay, so you can follow this pattern. I also used to follow this pattern when I was studying. So this really helps in understanding the topic, and the thing is ki you will not forget whatever you have understood in the previous days or in the previous chapters. Okay, so neglecting regular revisions, this we have to avoid, this we need not to do. Okay, now underestimating, here it is written this, it is the underestimating. Okay, so you are underestimating, okay, underestimating easy subjects. See, what is the easy, what is the definition of easy subject? What is the definition of easy subject? The simple thing, the definition of easy subject is the subject which you like most and you are well versed in that subject. Okay, so that will look very easy. Okay, but one thing, generally students do this mistake ki I to know this chapter. Okay, I already know this subject, I am well versed in this subject. Okay, so they just underestimate the easy subject. According to them it is easy, obviously, so they just try to underestimate that subject, easy subject, and at the last time during the exam what happens, they just forget all the things. Okay, so don't be overconfident, don't underestimate easy subjects, just treat all the subjects equal. One thing you have to do is, I have already made the video on the summer revision, so in that you can watch that video. So in that I have already explained ki how you can utilize your summer vacations to make your subject, whatever subject you feel tough, you can make that subject easy just by revising all the things. Okay, and what all things you have to use, I have already discussed in that video, so I am not discussing the whole thing here. You can just go and watch that video, you will get an idea regarding the summer revision part. Okay, or how to utilize your summer vacations in a proper way. Okay, so here underestimating subject perceived as easy, that's why I was saying perceived as easy. Okay, it can be the subject which is easy for you can be tough for any another student. Okay, so that is the thing. So can lead to inadequate preparation and unexpected challenges during exam. Okay, this thing happens, you think okay, this is easy subject, I know each and everything, I am well versed in this, and at the time of exam what happens, you are not able to retain all the information, because you know what, during the exam pressure this already happens. Okay, so no matter if the subject is looking very easy, that is all, that is okay, but ultimately what happens at the time of exam, due to the peer pressure, due to the exam pressure, what happens, we just used to forget the things. Okay, so don't underestimate the easy subject, focus equally on that subject as well. Okay, now coming to the 7th point, avoiding practice with past papers. Okay, so this thing you need not to make this mistake, you have to go through the previous year papers, we have to solve the PYQs. Okay, we have to solve the PYQs, previous year questions, whatever questions have been asked from that particular chapter, from that particular subject, you have to solve all those questions. Please don't avoid that. Just remember one thing, concepts always repeat, questions can be repeated but concepts always repeat. Okay, this will not happen ki in exam you will have the question from different concept. Okay, so this thing will not happen. So just remember, we need not to avoid practicing the previous year questions. Okay, so we have to follow the PYQs also. Now this regarding health or healthy habits. Okay, so here also we have to focus on neglecting proper sleep, nutrition and exercise can negatively impact focus, energy level and overall well-being during the exam preparation. Okay, so you have to focus on this thing also, and this I am saying I have used the work during the exam. Why I am using this word? The simple thing is you have to focus on the healthy habits throughout your year. Okay, otherwise what will happen, ultimately the things get accumulated and at the time of exam unfortunately they just come out. Okay, so in that condition, you know, this will really hamper your preparation, your confidence during the exam, and this will impact your grades ultimately. Okay, so you have to have the proper sleep. Just take 6-7 hours of sleep, proper sleep you have to take. And nutritious food, focus on taking nutritious food, avoid junk food. Then exercise, you have to do exercise. If you want to play some game, outdoor game, I am not talking about the video game and the indoor games. Okay, outdoor games I am talking about. So you can do these things. Okay, you have to follow these things. Don't, you know, just disregard all these things. Okay, now coming to the ninth point, we are having skipping breaks. Okay, this thing happens that throughout when you know you are studying, and this is not only for the period of exam, I am telling you. Okay, this is applicable throughout the year. This will be applicable on the daily basis when you are, you know, learning the new things, or when you are studying on your study table. Then what you have to do, you can follow the 55 and 5. Okay, this rule. What is the meaning of this rule, sir? This rule is to study for 55 minutes and then take break. Okay, so you have to use this technique. You can use this technique, this will really help you. Okay, but avoid this thing. Don't use mobile phone during this break. Okay, don't use mobile during this break. Okay, so study for the extended period without taking breaks can lead to mental fatigue and decreased productivity, or the decreased productivity. Okay, so ultimately it will reduce the productivity. That's why just take regular brain. Even if you talk about the machine, so machine also needs, you know, rest. So in the same way, your brain, your body also need rest. Okay, so you can just follow this thing, 55-5 rule. Okay, study for 55 minutes and just take a break for 5 minutes. Okay, that will really help you. And last but not the least, not seeking feedback. It is very important point. This is very important point. Okay, this is very important point. I have marked star here. It is very important. I am repeating again. It is very important. You have to seek advice. You have to, you know, seek feedback from the teachers and peers. Okay, you have to seek feedback. You people avoid taking feedback. Okay, feedback really helps you. Okay, criticism really helps you. Okay, but I am not using the word criticism, I am just using the word feedback. Just try to develop the habit of taking feedback. Okay, no matter, you can take feedback from your father, your mother, your siblings, and especially your teacher. Okay, you have to take feedback from there. Ki I am studying this thing, I am learning this thing, I am writing the answer. When you are practicing, please take the feedback from the teacher. Ki I have written this statement, or I have written this whole answer. Please check and give me the feedback. What are the sites of improvement? What can be the points where I can improve? Okay, so this you have to use. Please don't avoiding feedback from teacher or peers can result in missed opportunity for improvement in answer presentation and clarity. Okay, and from the first day you have to follow this thing. Whenever you are understanding, suppose today is your class, you have understood something, you have learned something new, just go and write that. Okay, just go and write that. You can frame the question in your brain. Okay, you can just frame the question in your brain by yourself. suppose you are understanding the reflection of light, so just frame the question ki okay, what is reflection, then write the answer. Then you can write ki what are the laws of reflection. Okay, then you can write the answer ki what are the laws of reflection, what type of reflections, diffuse, irregular reflection, regular reflection. Okay, so all these things you need to practice. You can just practice in rough format, but when you are writing those things, just try to write the complete answer, and after that please seek the feedback, please show it to your teacher. Okay, and take the feedback ki sir, I have framed this question and I have written this answer of this particular question. So is it correct? What I need to do in this question, can I improve more? There is always opportunity to improve. Okay, so you just have to take the feedback so that you can achieve very good grades in your exam, as well as you will develop the answer writing skill as well. Okay, so just try to take the feedback, please don't avoid this. And now, okay, so all the points we have discussed, these are some of the points which I thought ki I should discuss with you all people. So you can follow all these 10 points. Even if you are having some more points, so obviously you can include all those 4 point extra points. If you are having 1 point, 2 point, okay, whatever you feel ki it is necessary to implement, so you can implement that also. And please share this with your friends as well, so that they get also benefited from this. And if you want some more videos like this or in any topic, I really welcome all your suggestions. So you can just comment me in this video ki sir, this the same thing which I was telling you in the 10th point, seeking feedback. So I am also ready to take feedback from you all people. So you can just leave your feedback in the comment section. So now we'll focus on that. We'll see what we can do in that. Okay, so thank you so much. Good luck.